Hey, what's going on, y'all? Dr. Damon Silas here, aka Doc D, and just wanted to talk to you a little bit after I just posted a blog on my website, which is damonsilaspsychology.com. And the blog was specifically about being in an abusive relationship and starting to separate from that, which is exactly what we've all been in collectively for the last 4 years. Whether you've experienced the pros or the cons of it, most of us have experienced the cons of it. For those who identify with the pros, we're going to put them to the side for a moment. But for those of us who might identify more with all the negative stuff that we've experienced in the last 4 years, what I'm realizing is there are a lot of us in the same boat. So although we want to celebrate, although we want to be excited and jubilant about Joe Biden being elected president, we also know that within this next 2 months, there's a lot that could potentially happen. And so there's some fear coming up. There's doubt coming up. So I wanted to do a quick tapping round, just addressing what you may be experiencing now. So if you haven't had a chance to learn about EFT tapping, or you're unclear or unfamiliar with it, be sure to check out on my YouTube channel. I have some tutorials there, or you can even go to the Tapping Solution on their app. There are some phenomenal tutorials there. If you know it, let's just get into it. Even if you don't, you can still follow along. So just start by tapping on the side of the hand, and we're just going to acknowledge all these emotions that are coming up for you. Even though part of me wants to be excited about Joe Biden being elected president, the other part of me is fearful of what this man will do. And by this man, I mean Trump. And I accept all my feelings about this. Even though I would love to be more excited about what's next, I'm also really concerned and worried about what's next. And I accept all my feelings about this. Even though I want to be excited, there's a part of me that's fearful. Fearful about what Trump will do in the next 2 months. And I accept my feelings about this and all parts of me that are feeling these things. Good, so starting with the inside of the eyebrow, just tapping right here. Part of me wants to be excited. Good, outside the eyebrow, just right here. Part of me is nervous. Underneath the eye, I want to be happy. Underneath the nose, it's hard to be excited. Chin, I would love to rejoice and celebrate. Collarbone. And there's this fear part of me underneath the arm that's preparing for what might happen. Top of the head. It's been a chaotic 4 years. Inside the eyebrow. Who knows what could happen next? Outside the eye. I want to be excited. Underneath the eye. I want to be happy. Underneath the nose. I want to be relieved. Chin, about these results of the election. Collarbone. And I'm still fearful. Underneath the arm. I'm still worried. Top of the head, rightfully so. Inside the eye. These last 4 years have been a doozy. Outside the eye. I'm surprised we made it this far. Underneath the eye. And here we are. Underneath the nose. So how can I acknowledge, chin, all these different emotions that are showing up? Collarbone. How can I acknowledge these different and opposite emotions that are showing up? Underneath the arm. They can coexist. Top of the head. They can coexist at the same time. Inside the eye, I can be excited. Outside the eye, and fearful. Underneath the eye, I can be happy. Underneath the nose, and doubtful. Chin at the same time. Collarbone. That's okay. Underneath the arm. That's normal in a situation like this. Top of the head. Because nothing we've experienced collectively inside the eye has been normal outside the eye. So it's okay to have these responses underneath the eye. It's okay to be excited under the nose and worried, chin, and fearful and terrified, collarbone, at the same time. Underneath the arm, that's normal. Top of the head. At a time when nothing is normal. Inside the eye. So what do I do with these emotions? Outside the eye. How can I express these emotions underneath the eye in a way that works for me? Underneath the nose. How do I release these emotions? Chin, in a way that works for me? Collarbone. How do I honor these emotions underneath the arm in a way that works for me? Top of the head. I'm open to exploring ways inside the eye. Ways to protect me. Outside the eye. I can thank my brain underneath the eye for keeping me safe. Underneath the nose, for wanting me to be safe. Chin. And allow it to rest. Collarbone. When it needs to rest. Underneath the arm. And let go what needs to be let go of. Top of the head. Here and now. Inside the eye. I don't have to worry all the time. Outside the eye, I can release some of this worry underneath the eye and open up to peace underneath the nose. I am empowered. Chin. I can choose my own peace. I can choose empowerment. I don't have to let what's happening outside of me underneath the arm dictate what's happening inside. Top of the head. So I'm choosing me. Inside the eye, I'm choosing peace. Outside the eye, I'm choosing empowerment. Underneath the eye, I'm choosing creativity. Underneath the nose, choosing to express these emotions. Chin, and let them go. Collarbone, and open up to me. Underneath the arm, for me. Top of the head, choosing peace. Good, do me a favor, take a nice deep breath in. And let go. Just tune in and see what you notice, what came up for you. Whatever came up is perfectly normal. Just make a note of it, so maybe a mental note, or if you have a journal next to you, you can jot some thoughts down. Maybe some ideas came up about what you can do about all these different emotions, or maybe there's just a little bit more tapping to do. Overall, I truly hope that this brought you some semblance and sense of peace. And if you have any more questions, always feel free to reach out to me on the website, DamonSilaPsychology.com. through Instagram at Dr. Damon Silas, or my email, docdsilas@gmail.com. This is Doc D saying peace, love, and light, y'all. Bye.